Last conversation. Victor was born with a special power which enabled him to see the spirits. Many a times he summoned them back by calling their actual names. In the meantime, he had encountered a number of both good and bad spirits. The latter ones were clever and soul-eaters, hence it becomes more difficult to get rid of them. Through these years his power had increased enormously, due to which now he was no longer capable of differentiating real people from the spirits, and restricted him to interact with only one individual at a time, so that he could not get any external help from others. For him this speciality had gradually become a curse. Once he was strolling down the streets in a chilly December evening. He found a wooden bench near the street light and decided to take some rest before returning to home. Then a young lady came and sat beside him. "What's your name, dear?" "I am Emma Clark." "It's a pretty name, Emma Clark." But she was still sitting there. Victor knew that now there were only two possibilities. Either she was a real human or an evil spirit hidden behind that innocent face, and his only chance to know that was to talk. "Thank you. It was given by my father," she replied back immediately. "So do you live nearby?" "Yes, I am living here for last 13 years in Down Street." "What do you do?" inquired the young woman. "I am in architecture." "Oh, I completely forget about submitting my designs on coming Friday. What's today's date, by the way?" "It's the 8th of January, 1986. She was wrong about the date. Victor was now confirmed that she was an evil spirit. The only thing he required was her real name. "Are you married?" asked the woman. "Yes, I had a 11-years-old daughter." "What about your family?" "My mother was murdered and my father passed away when I was little. After that I had been living with my aunt," saying that a drop of tear just rolled down her cheeks. Victor was well aware about such shrewd, evil spirits who played emotional games to weaken their host's mind. "I am so sorry. I really did not mean that." After wiping her tears, she paused for a moment, and then said, "I guess it's the time to part our ways, Dad." "Wait, what did you just call me?" Victor said surprisingly. "Could not you recognize me? Well, I am 24 now." Dumbstruck by this new discovery, he could not express his feelings in words. It took him a long time to realize everything, and then he finally spoke. "My dear daughter Helen." His eyes became wet. He never had assumed that while encountering evil spirits, his whole life he would become one some day. Helen hugged his father tightly and said sobbingly, "Dad, you do not have to suffer more. The murderer is convicted and Mother is at peace now." His father stroked her hair softly and said, "I am sorry, dear. I could not stay by your side, but I hope you to remain happy in your life. Please release my soul from this world." "Thank you, Dad." "Rest in peace, William Clark," cried Helen, and at once his soul left this realm.